Hi, Ansh. Okay, we covered in the last class, last video regarding that combination of resistances, and we explained resistances in series combination. What is the resultant resistance or the effective resistance, right? So here that we can discuss, already discussed, and remaining one we have parallel combination of resistors. And before that, here resultant resistance in series combination for n different resistors with resistances R1, R2, R3 and so on up to Rn. Then what you can write resultant resistance? Then R series or Rs is equal to, we have R1, R2, R3 up to Rn. They are in series combination, which represents here R1 plus R2 plus R3 plus so on plus Rn. So this is the equation for the resultant resistance for n number of resistors which are having the different resistances. Suppose here note all resistances are having the equal resistance, that is identical resistances. For n identical resistances. So what is the equivalent resistance we can get? That is Rs is equal to, all are equal values, that is R1 is R only, R2 also R only, all are equal values and so on up to how many? N terms are exist. That means here R plus R plus R plus N times, that means what is greater? Resultant resistance is done by N times of R. Right? So this is for identical resistances, this is for different resistances. When they are connected in series, you will get the resultant resistance is this one. For n identical resistance is this one. Suppose 5 resistors are connected, each resistance is 5 ohm. So 5 resistances 5 ohm, then they are connected in series, so the total is given by 5 into 5, 25 ohms you will get. For that you have to use this one. If they are different, you add them algebraically, all 5 resistances having their own values, then you can get the use this formula, right? This is what you can be having the resistances connected in series combination. And in series combination you always observe that the resistance or effective resistance is greater than the largest value among all the given resistances. Suppose when you added 5R, 2R, 3 number of resistances in series, the resultant resistance will be getting more than the highest resistance among the all. So that is what you can be observed, right? Suppose if you take some 3 resistances, one is, so here let R1 is equal to 5 ohm, R2 is equal to 7 ohm, R3 is equal to, it is let it be 8 ohm. So here what we have, 3 resistors R1, R2, R3, their values are given 5 ohm, 7 ohm, 8 ohm, are in series, Then what is the effective resistance? Then Rs is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, that is given by Rs is equal to 5 ohm plus 7 ohm plus 8 ohm. The total will become as here Rs is equal to 5 plus 7 12 plus 8 20 ohm. So total resistance how much it is? 20 ohm you get. So you see here this 20 ohm is greater than the highest one among these, right? Highest one is 8. but here resultant is 20. So always the resultant is greater than the largest value of resistance among the given resistors. So that is here, therefore what you can write, resultant resistance in series always greater than largest resistor or largest resistance among the given resistances. So this is you have to remember, that is you can write a note, right? So this is the important one, or that means observation. So this is related to your series combination of resistors, right? Now we can go for the second one, that is a parallel combination of resistors. Second combination or second type of connection of or combination of resistors you can be connected, they are parallel combination of resistors. And when you can be say the given resistors are said to be parallel combination, so here whenever two or more resistances are connected such that here we have this parallel combination of resistances. Okay, now when two or more resistances are connected such that the potential drop across all the resistors are same, or the current divides among the given resistors. The current is, if it is same through all the resistors, that is series. If current is not same, which one is there? Potentials are same. The potential drop across all the resistors are same. In such a way we are connected, then we can say that the resistors are said to be parallel combination, right? So here, when the definition we are writing here, when two or more resistors are connected such that the potential drop across all the resistors is same. Then we can say the resistors are said to be in parallel combination, right? Now this is a statement. And what is the effective resistance in parallel combination, right? Now we can do or get that effective resistance in parallel combination. We calculated in series, no? Now we are going to get in a parallel combination. Effective resistance or resultant resistance, whatever. Effective resistance in parallel combination, right? So this is, we will get an equation. See how we got in a series combination, same way we can calculate in parallel combination also. And for this, let R1 comma R2 be the resistances of resistors, of two resistors connected in parallel with an external battery voltage is V, as shown in the circuit diagram. In the circuit diagram. Right? So now we have here this circuit diagram. So here one of the resistor having the resistance is R1 is, this is what we have, and one more resistance is R2. These two are connected like this, and these two are again here it is a battery is connected, external battery is connected like this. This is a positive, negative, applied potential is V, and this is a resistance offered by the conductor is R1, this is a resistance offered by the conductor is R2. Right? This is a battery symbol. This larger line is a positive, smaller line is a negative. It is a symbol to represent the battery, and which can be offers a potential of V. It can be supplied the potential of V. And here it is a current supplied by this potential is, due to this potential is I is the current in the circuit. And again it will become I only. Here the current will become I. But this I is goes up to here it is same. But it divides in this direction, in this direction. Current is dividing. The current through the first or R1 resistance is I am taking I1. Current through the second resistance is I2. Right? Now, according to the definition for the parallel combination, what we have, the potential across this one and this one is same. That means how much you are applied here, that much amount of the potential is same here and here. Right? So here, which one we can write? This current is dividing here. This current I is equal to I1 plus I2. This current, total current is I. Up to this point P or this point junction, you can have the current is I only. But once it reaches here, there are two connections are there. Along the two connections, the current can be divided. So this current plus this current should be equal to total current. So now I can write what is I1, what is the I2. Because here, across this resistance, what is the potential? V only. Across this also the potential is V only. This is equal to the applied potential only. So here to here, the potential is given by drop is V only, you can be having. Here also the potential drop is V only we have. Therefore, we know the Ohm's law if you applied, V is equal to IR. Here also V is equal to IR. You write what is I1, what is I2. Then you can apply this I is equal to I1 plus I2. Then you can get the relation between the resistors. So now from the diagram, here you can be see from the diagram, that is what I can write, I is equal to I1 plus I2. Make it equation 1. Isn't it? Right? Now I can write that from definition of parallel combination, the potential across both the resistors are equal. Right? Now I am writing here as potential across both the resistors, both the resistors is same. Therefore, what I can write? We can write here it is. Therefore, I can write that is. Therefore, as we can have this condition. So here the potential is there V. Here resistance is R1. Current is I1. So by Ohm's law, we can write by Ohm's law, we can write here V is equal to I1 R1. From this you can write what is I1. I1 is equal to V by R1. Right? Similarly, you can write for second resistance also V is equal to I1 R2. So from this what is I2 you can write is V by R2. Make these two equations as a second equation. Okay. Here we have the I1, here we have the I2. So total current is how much here? I. That I is nothing but in place of these two resistors, we can have only one resistance which can be effectively getting with the help of these two connected in parallel. So this circuit diagram can be redrawn such that instead of two resistances, I am drawing only single resistance. This is the RP, resistance and parallel combination. So connected to the battery. like this. This is a positive, negative applied potential. Current is I. Here also current is I. And across this resistance is how much we have? Resultant resistance in parallel Rp. Now here again you can apply this. Which one? It is Ohm's law. Here potential is same as V only. So V is equal to I into Rp. Right? From that you get what is I. Isn't it? So and we can write V is equal to I Rp. From this what is I you can write I is equal to V upon Rp. V upon Rp. Right? So this is make it a third equation. Now combine 1, 2, 3. Now combine 1, 2, 3. First equation, second equation, third equation. If you combine here I value is how much? V by Rp you write here. Okay. I1 is V by R1 plus I2 is V by R2. By combining or by observing the equations 1, 2 and third, we can write what we can write. So just I'll just remove this part. I'll remove this part, then I'll write this equation. Okay. So little bit adjustment. The board is not enough. So here from 1, 2 and 3 equations. What I can write? I is equal to I1 plus I2. I is how much here? I is equal to I1 plus I2 is there. I is nothing but V by Rp. V by Rp is equal to V upon R1 plus V upon R2. So this equation is, again you can write here V is common, this V is gets cancelled. So 1 by Rp is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So this is 1 by Rp, but we want to get a Rp, that is you can write here 1 by Rp is equal to, take the LCM here it is R1 R2, here it is you will get R1 plus R2. So therefore resultant resistance in parallel combination for two resistors connected in parallel which are having the R1 R2 is given by it is R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. So this is what you can be having the resultant, or else you can be use this formula. So two resistors are there, this is what you can be having. If n number of resistors are there, then what you can write here for n resistors, for n different resistors, what do you get? 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus so on plus 1 by Rn. So like this you can be having the effective resistance you can be calculated for n number of resistors connected in parallel. Fine. This is what you can be expected to get, or that is the calculation will become. If all are identical are there, okay, if I am writing here for identical resistors, after this for n number of identical resistors in parallel, okay, I'll just remove this upper one. This is the resultant resistance in parallel. I'll write here for n identical resistors in parallel, that is what you can write is resultant 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 upon R plus 1 upon R plus 1 upon R plus so on, how many times? Plus n terms. Therefore what I can write here, 1 by Rp is equal to n times of 1 by R, right? So from this what you can write, Rp is equal to, it is R by n, right? So this is a resultant resistance for identical resistors n are there which are connected in parallel. So always you remember that in parallel combination, the resultant resistance will be always less than the least among the given resistors. Suppose n number of resistors are there, they are connected in parallel. The effective resistance of that all the resistors will be gives you less than the least among the given resistances, right? So here if you observe R 10 ohms are there for each resistance. Suppose two are connected in parallel, then what you can get? Here identical 10 by 2, it is 5 ohms. 5 is less than 10 or not? Always in parallel combination, the effective resistance will be less than among the least given resistors, right? So that is you can be observed here with respect to which one? Resistances in parallel combination. So first one we discussed resistances in series combination. So now we discuss resistances in parallel combination. The effective resistance for the two resistors connected in parallel is given by 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. For n different resistors in parallel is given by 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 plus 1 by Rn. If all resistors are identical, equal value of resistance is there, then we can be having here Rp is equal to R upon n, right? So this formula, this one and this is for two resistors, this is for n resistors, this is for identical resistors. All cases we are determining only which one? It is the equal resistance or effective resistance in parallel combination, right? So with the help of these two results, the effective resistance can be calculated in any given electronic circuit. With the help of this one, you can be simplify, you can get the effective resistance, then you can be find out what is the current through the circuit or maybe potential across that voltage across that resistors also you can be calculated, right? And actually you can be having, there is Kirchhoff laws are there in your 11th and 12th related to this. You have further more applications are there, but we don't have that, I think so. Once I'll check your syllabus, if it is there, then we'll discuss, right? So with this, just I'll make it to be okay, close this topic. Remember, it is very, very important of this series and parallel combination of resistors, right? Okay, signing off.